Hi there. This is going to be a really rapid reading to save you some listening time. But after kind of chatting yesterday, you had some questions about that Five of Pentacle energy that we saw, or that feeling like you're leaving somebody out in the cold, and you wanted to know what that energy was related to. So that is the question that I posed to Spirit. And as you can see, a lot came through. So we'll hop right into it. What I do want to emphasize and, bring your awareness to is that the main theme of this transmission is that there really is this new project or this new energy that you're moving into on the horizon. It's going to bring you a lot of success in your life, and it's really an exciting time for you, and you really are ready to move forward. You just need to kind of digest that and use your intuition to move forward. And what I want you to know is that your life, once we deal with these energies down here, and that's what that Five of Pentacles is related to, it's kind of giving you, advice on how to move forward, on actions or steps that you can take to move forward. Because right now, this energy down here, this Five of Pentacles energy, leaving somebody left out in the cold, is holding you back from moving forward. But when you do get this out of the way, which will be pretty easy. I think it will just be like having an awareness and, using some of the intrinsic skills that you already have to kind of navigate through this time, that you're really moving into this new experience in life that's going to usher in this wonderful new energy. So like I said, once we deal with what's down here, your life is going to start moving very fast, and the events that you've had on hold are suddenly going to become the focus of your attention. You're not going to be sitting and pondering them anymore. You're going to get moving, and know that when you set your mind and that when your heart is open, that you're going to be able to do whatever you want, and you're really manifesting this new time in your life. So now let's look into the energies down here about, what this Five of Pentacles is really related to. But this came out first. So they're really emphasizing that there is this new thing on the horizon for you, this new wonderful experience, and that you're going to be able to move forward. And that your life is going to be moving very rapidly, but you need to heal what's going on down here, which shouldn't be too hard. You need to heal that Five of Pentacles energy, which is related to a lot of pervasive thoughts. And once you do that and you move through that, things are going to start moving rapidly for you as far as manifesting your dream. But they're really emphasizing that you need to do this so that you can do that. And that when you do this, you're going to you have the brightest future ahead of you. And we already saw that in the other reading. So essentially this Five of Pentacles keeps coming up because it's something that needs your attention, because it's holding you back from moving forward. Okay. So the first energy that came out related to the Five of Pentacles is all about repressed emotion. So this energy is all about having awareness, bringing hidden emotions associated kind of with your stagnation to light. So when you uncover these emotions, you're going to realize that you're kind of out of sync with them. Again, they're repressed or suppressed. So I don't know if you're just kind of stuffing them and not dealing with them and bottling them up, or if you're kind of just not aware that they bother you in a really deep capacity. But again, your spirits are trying to bring your awareness and your attention to these repressed and suppressed emotions, because bottling things up and not dealing with them is not going to help you be able to move forward. And it's causing you a deep level of stress. And this stress eventually is going to reach a tipping point, or it's going to come to a boil if you don't deal with it. So next to come out was this Queen of Cups. And what we can learn from this Queen of Cups is that these repressed and suppressed emotions and this challenge that you're going through is causing you these really pervasive and wandering thoughts. And when you're giving your attention to these pervasive and wandering thoughts, it really causes your imagination to run wild. Thinking about all of the possible outcomes and maybe making things up in your head that are just, causing you worry, causing you fear, causing you guilt. And Spirit wants you to really take a pause to evaluate whether, these emotions that are associated with what's going on can be trusted, or whether or not they are kind of not irrational, but just pervasive and related more to imagination, and kind of bringing your attention to the fact that these repressed and suppressed and current emotions are kind of controlling your life. Okay, moving over here, let's see. What I also want to mention with this Queen of Cups is that you really have this caregiver role, and in this caregiver role that you have, you sometimes feel like you have to have kid gloves or walk on eggshells, because the person that you're dealing with is very sensitive, and that you're kind of codependent on this dynamic that you have with this other person. And I do have a little bit of an advantage because we talked about it yesterday, but I'm being kind of compelled to say that the relationship that you have with this person is a very good relationship, but sometimes through their struggles, you guys are codependent on each other. So she's kind of codependent on you as the caretaker, and you're kind of codependent on her because it's hard for you not to be the caretaker and not to come in and, fix things, so to speak. So the next energy to come in related to this specific topic that we talked about over here is this Magician card in reverse. So this situation with your repressed emotions and this Queen of Cups energy as a caregiver role, and these wandering thoughts and these emotions that are really pervasive are really keeping you from manifesting or bringing your wish to fulfillment. So you have all of these many talents and attributes and resources and capabilities at your fingertips that are going to help you be successful. But until you work through this energy in here, you're not going to be able to fully step into bringing, this new experience up here into fruition, because you're going to be really focused on this down here and the heavy emotions and energies associated with it. So now let's move over to here. So here we have the Tower card. And so what we can learn from this Tower card is that you're really fearing change and resisting change, and you're not dealing with these problems over here. I feel like you're doing the best that you can to kind of navigate through this time. But again, you're really codependent on this relationship, and fearing changes to that is really causing you to kind of be resistant toward moving forward. I'm sorry about the background noise. It's really distracting. Technology. Okay, so here we have the Five of Swords. And again, we can tie this into the fearing change. So you're really having this mental conflict. All of these repressed and suppressed emotions in this relationship is causing you these pervasive thoughts. Sometimes these pervasive thoughts cause you to feel defeated or scared to walk away, but it's just really a battle in your mind to kind of navigate through this tricky situation over here. Here we have the King of Pentacles, and what we can learn from this is that you have this really masculine energy. So Spirit's telling you that you need to deal with your emotions over here in a different way, because right now you're kind of dealing with it in a very masculine way. So the King of Pentacles is this patriarchal or masculine energy. So you're essentially, Spirit's saying that you're the head of the family, and that you're this fearful provider and a workaholic, and you're really stubborn and rigid and predictable and routine, and that you have a hard time sometimes dealing with your emotions. It's not that you don't have emotions, it's that you are maybe a little bit stoic with them. So you feel them very deeply on the inside, but on the outside, you don't project them outwardly. So Spirit, like I said, is essentially saying that you have to be this head of your family, and you have to be strong and this provider. And so you, again, are kind of not dealing with the emotions. You're bottling them up, you're stuffing them down, and you're just trying to move forward and be, the leader of your family and be strong. So Spirit is essentially saying to try to break free from this energy and do things a little bit different when it comes to your emotions, and kind of, like I said, they're really bringing this to light and telling you that you need to kind of deal with your emotions in a different way. So instead of stuffing them, you need to kind of like bring them to the surface, identify them, try to understand them, and move out of them. So over here we have the Five of Wands, and so this energy is all together. If you see the cards grouped kind of strangely, it's just because they tell a story and they're grouped together. So the Five of Wands is, again, reaffirming all of these energies over here, that you're really fearful to move forward, that you have this battle in your mind, that you're dealing with your emotions in a really masculine way. And now we move over here to the Five of Wands. And again, this is a card of battle and your inability to kind of find harmony and peace in your mind, or kind of like a stable ground, that these pervasive thoughts are causing you tension, they're keeping you from moving forward. And what Spirit's trying to say here is that you really need to be open-minded to this change and this transition. So open-minded, I feel, is related to not being open-minded about, the future, being open-minded to handling your emotions in a different way than you currently do, because again, they're going to creep up on you, or they're going to inhibit your ability to move forward in the time frame that the universe has planned out for you. So over here we have this Two of Swords, and again, the Two of Swords is essentially saying that all of these emotions, all of these thoughts are inhibiting your ability to see clearly, and that you have a really challenging decision to make, but that you're unclear about which way to go. So the decision is really between, leaving this behind, or handling this differently than you may have in the past, and moving forward into these new opportunities that are waiting for you. So all of these emotions and thoughts are kind of keeping you from picking a path. Like you're just in the middle right now, teetering on what to do. And this was coupled with this Eight of Swords over here. And so this Eight of Swords in reverse is essentially a warning that these thoughts and beliefs that you have are no longer serving you, and that you're really trapped in your mind. And that because you're trapped in your mind and in your ways, that again, you're unable to see clearly, and these pervasive thoughts are really bothering you, and you're not handling your emotions in a way that is incongruent with kind of working through them. But when you do, and you will, and we'll see that down here, you're really going to be able to step into this energy, and you're going to be able to see clearly and pick a path. So now that we've gone through the heaviness that is kind of holding you back and feeling like you're going to leave something out in the cold or someone out in the cold or afraid to move forward, we're going to move into this really positive energy down here, which is associated with manifesting your goal up here. So here we have the Knight of Wands, and this Knight of Wands really speaks to your determination and your, capacity and gumption to kind of move forward. So Knights are a more mature energy. The Page is kind of someone who is a novice and doesn't have a lot of worldly experience and isn't quite ready to leave the castle. But this Knight, he's adorned in armor and he is ready for battle. He's ready to forge ahead and ready to, accomplish all that he wants to do in the future. I'm really drawn to the salamanders on his tunic. So salamanders to me in symbology essentially mean that you have the capacity to walk through fire and come through unscathed and take the wisdom that you attain during those challenging times and kind of transmute it or change it into, that determination energy to move forward. So again, you're really going to be honing in on that determination and moving forward soon once we deal with the caca up here. Next we have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is essentially saying that when you are not bogged down by this challenging stuff up here, that you really are the embodiment of this Queen of Wands, and you're going to be transitioning back into this energy. But this Queen of Wands is somebody who's upbeat, she's courageous, she's determined. Regardless of her position in life, she always can call upon her strength and find the happiness in little things. I'm really drawn to the black cat at the bottom of this card. And what we can learn from the black cat is that you have this really deep intuition. You have this really deep knowing. You're really connected to that. And when you do kind of work through all of these distractions up here and the distractions in your life, you're really going to be able to hone into that intuition and, charge ahead to kind of bring your goals to fruition. So over here we have the Four of Swords, and what we can learn from the Four of Swords is that this tower moment up here, everything that wasn't built on a solid foundation collapsing, and that fear of moving forward, you're really moving out of that, and this whole experience is really giving you this breakthrough, this ability to see things from a different lens. It's kind of like an awakening. And with this awakening, again, you're going to have, with this Ace of Swords, clarity, breakthrough. You're going to be able to see through the deception of the fear, guilt, and shame that's associated with these energies over here and other things in your life. It can pertain to other things, but I am just relating it to the question posed about the Five of Pentacles or leaving someone out in the cold. So when you deal with the emotions associated with leaving this person out in the cold, which is your perception of what you're doing, like you're leaving them behind, and like I said, that's your perception, and that's kind of like your mind playing tricks on you. You're really not doing that. You're just moving forward into a new energy, but this is comfortable for you because this is like what being the head of your family, the person who swoops in and saves the day all the time. You're still going to be able to do that. It's just going to look a little bit differently. You won't be so codependent on each other. So again, you're having this awakening, you're going to have clarity, you're going to have breakthrough, you're going to see through the deception of, the what ifs and the fear, guilt, and shame that's holding you back, and you're going to be able to step into these opportunities that are waiting for you. If you continue to stagnate, and we're going to move over here, you're really going to have this Four of Cups and this Ten of Swords energy. And so what we can learn from this is that, if you stay in your current role that you're in right now, and you don't do the work to move forward, you're not going to be able to manifest up what's waiting for you up here as quickly as you want to. And Spirit is saying that you're going to continue to be bored or dissatisfied, and it's going to be business as usual. You're going to feel kind of disconnected and indifferent, and just like you're going through the motions, and you're going to be unable to grasp what's being offered to you because you're going to be muddled up by this and not seeing clearly. And eventually, if you don't do the work up here, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to feel collapse. Like this guy has 10 swords in his back. He just feels exhausted, defeated, and that the circumstances that you've gone through related to this and related to your current role of, kind of being bored and dissatisfied is not literally going to kill you, but figuratively going to kill you because you're just going to be burnt out. So Spirit's really encouraging you to kind of work through and get over the emotions associated with this. Like, just deal with them. And when you do, you're going to step into something beautiful, and that is validated by this 10 of Pentacles here, one of my favorite cards. And the 10 of Pentacles is, again, like a happily ever after card. It's all about permanence. It's all about satisfaction. It's all about an abundance in all of the physical aspects of life. So having all of your needs met. And this is really Spirit saying that all that you've put your energy into is going to pay off in the end, and all is really going to work out. But again, you have to do the emotional work up here. And the emotional work, again, is kind of related to bringing those suppressed and repressed emotions to light, and dealing with the fear and the guilt and the shame that are associated with them. But when you do, you're going to step into something really beautiful. Like there's just something so magnificent on the horizon for you. So don't be afraid, and listen to your intuition and keep forging ahead like this knight over here, and know that you have the ability to walk through flames and come out better than ever. I'm going to pull a couple of positive affirmation cards as we close the reading out. Just having some difficulty getting them out. Okay. Any messages of affirmation for Debbie? Is there anything else you want Debbie to know today, Spirit? Whoa, not cooperating. Any messages as we close out for Debbie? Okay. Today I am confident. Today I am who I am, and I am capable of doing anything that I put my mind to. So today, you are confident and capable of healing these repressed and suppressed emotions and moving forward. And in general, too. Anything else for Deb? You are making the right decision. Be confident in that. I know that it's hard, but you're going to get there. Today, I am capable. Another card about being capable, because it says capable over here. Today, I am capable. Today, I will accomplish every goal that I set for myself. So again, you're really on the cusp of bringing this, new experience into fruition, this new goal. And once you step into your confidence and you deal with these emotions, you're going to have something really beautiful. Anything else? Any other words of advice? Okay. Today, I am grateful. What a good one for this time of year. Today, my heart is filled with joy. I see the positive in everything today. And I think we'll do one little angel card before we... One final message from the angels for Debbie, please. Now, this might align with the reading, but it might just be like a general message from the angels. Okay. So we have Archangel Raphael, and he is here to say that he's helping you heal yourself and also helping you to heal others. And you are a healer like him. So healing those emotions. And then we have Shanti, the angel of peace. And Shanti is saying that she's bringing you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So when you do deal with, this little challenge that we see here and work through it, you are going to have peace of mind and smoother roads ahead. All right. So with all that being said, I wish you love, light, and all the wonder of the universe. And if you have any questions or need any further insight, you know where to find me. Wishing you a wonderful day, week, month, year ahead. Bye.